So now I will begin with the Shiva-gita. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this Shiva-gita is in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The 4th canto is a conversation between sage Maitreya answering the questions of Vidura. Vidura was not present during the battle of Kurukshetra. He left when Duryodhana blasphemed and actually tried to have him beaten. So Vidura left and traveled on pilgrimage. On the way he met Uddhava, and then he was instructed by the sage Maitreya, who was a friend of Vyasadeva and disciple of Parashara Muni. So there are 3 sections to the Shiva-gita. We'll do the first one, and then I'll ask Batuk after this first section to please sing. So this first section is called The Prachetas Meet Lord Shiva. Please try to hear. The great sage Maitreya continued speaking. King Prachinabarhi begot 10 children in the womb of his wife Shatadruti. All of them were equally endowed with religiosity, and all of them were known as the Prachetas. When all these Prachetas were ordered by their father to marry and beget children, they all entered the ocean and practiced austerities and penances for 10,000 years. And we can't even spend an hour or 2 chanting. They were doing for 10,000 years. Thus they worshiped the master of all austerity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Everybody say. When all the sons of Prachinabarhi left home to execute austerities, along the way they met Lord Shiva, who out of great mercy instructed them about the absolute truth. All the sons of Prachinabarhi meditated upon the instructions, chanting and worshiping them with great care and attention. So that's an important point. The Prachetas, they met Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva acted as their guru. So when a disciple accepts a guru, just like the Prachetas, the disciple has to meditate on the instructions and chant those instructions with great care and attention. That's what it means to be a disciple. Not that, oh, thank you, Gurudev. Thanks a lot. See you around. It's not a business deal. It is a lifelong commitment of service. Vidura then asked Maitreya, O best of the Brahmins, it is very difficult for living entities encaged within this material body to have personal contact with Lord Shiva. Even great sages who have no material attachments do not contact him despite their always being absorbed in meditation to attain his personal contact. Lord Shiva, the most powerful demigod, second only to Lord Vishnu, is self-sufficient. So notice Vidura, in Vidura's opinion, Vishnu is supreme and Lord Shiva is second to him. That is the opinion of Vidura. Although Lord Shiva has nothing to aspire for in this material world, for the benefit of those in the material world, Lord Shiva is always busily engaged everywhere and is accompanied by his dangerous energies like Goddess Kali and Goddess Durga. So here in this temple, we have Lord Shiva, we have Goddess Durga. They should be together. So now Maitreya responds to Vidura. Because of their pious nature, all the sons of Prachina Barhi very seriously accepted the words of their father with heart and soul, just like Ram. When Dasarath told him the boon that he had given, Ram took those instructions very seriously. And even when Ram went to the forest and everyone from Ayodhya came and said, Ram, you don't have to do this. And Bharat even said, I'll take your place. Ram said, no. It is the order of my father that I must do this. For 14 years, exile. Simply the order of his father. While traveling, the Prachetas happened to see a great reservoir of water, which seemed almost as big as the ocean. The water of this lake was so calm and quiet that it seemed like the mind of a great soul. Interesting. A saintly person should be Shanti, calm and peaceful. That's the mark of a saintly person, calm and peaceful. And its inhabitants, the aquatics, appeared very peaceful and happy to be under the protection of such a watery reservoir. The sons of the king became very much amazed when they heard vibrations from various drums and kettle drums, along with other orderly musical sounds pleasing to the ear. The Prachetas were fortunate to see Lord Shiva, chief of the demigods, emerging from the water along with his associates. Lord Shiva's bodily luster was just like molten gold. So just see, this is a special form of Lord Shiva. He's exhibiting a golden luster. His throat was bluish. What do you say? Nilkant, right? And he had 3 eyes which looked very mercifully upon his devotees. Lord Shiva was accompanied by many musicians who were glorifying him. As soon as the Prachetas saw Lord Shiva, they immediately offered obeisances. So let's do that. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And they fell down at the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord Shiva became very pleased with the Prachetas because generally Lord Shiva is the protector of pious persons and persons of gentle behavior. Being very much pleased with the princes, Lord Shiva began to speak. So let's see what Lord Shiva will instruct. You are all the sons of King Prajina Barhi, and I wish all good fortune unto you. I also know what you are going to do, and therefore I am visible to you just to show my mercy upon you. Now listen carefully to what Lord Shiva says now. Very instructive. Any person who is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the controller of everything material as well as the living entity, is actually very dear to me. Very interesting. If you are a devotee of Krishna, Lord Shiva considers you very dear to him. Now this next statement is even more interesting. A person who executes their occupational duty properly for 100 births becomes qualified to occupy the post of Lord Brahma. In other words, you can't run a false campaign to become Lord Brahma. You can't get the Russians to help you become Lord Brahma. You have to properly execute your occupational duties 100 births. And if one becomes more qualified, one can approach me. But you cannot become Lord Shiva. You can become a Lord Brahma. That's possible. But you cannot become Lord Shiva. He is in his own category. So you can approach him. But a person who is directly surrendered to Lord Krishna or Vishnu in unalloyed devotional service is immediately promoted to the spiritual planets. Same thing Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. If you have studied it, that is the question. Listen to this. I myself and other demigods attain these planets after the destruction of this material world. You are all devotees of the Lord, and as such, I appreciate that you are as respectable to me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. So Lord Shiva sees the devotees of Krishna as he does the Lord. Just like disciples in ISKCON every morning sing Sakshad Harit Vena Samasta Shastrai. The spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord. Kittu Praborya Priya Evat. Why? Because he is the most confidential servant of God. Lord Shiva is saying the same thing. I know in this way the devotees also respect me, and that I am dear to them. So if you are a real devotee of Krishna, you will also have love and affection for Lord Shiva. And it is reciprocal. We are followers of Lord Chaitanya. He sometimes entered temples of Lord Shiva and he would bow down. When he went to Benares, there is one temple, Vishwanath. Lord Chaitanya prostrated in front. Thus, no one can be as dear to the devotees as I am. Now, I shall chant one mantra, which is not only transcendental, pure, and auspicious, but is the best prayer for anyone aspiring to attain the ultimate goal of life. And it is the opinion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the ultimate goal of life, Prem Pumarto Mahan. Beyond dharma, beyond artha, beyond kama, beyond moksha, there is a fifth goal, Panchama Purushartha, Krishna prem. Love of this very same Krishna. This Krishna. The Krishna that's in your heart and also in my heart. That same Krishna. Love of Krishna, the ultimate goal of life. When I chant this mantra, please hear it carefully and attentively. When the Guru gives you the mantra at the time of initiation, the disciple has to hear it and repeat it carefully and attentively. In 1975, in Vrindavan, I sat next to my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, and he showed me how to count on my fingers, and each word of the mantra I had to repeat. Om, Om, Bur, Bur, Bhuva. We went through all 7 mantras, one word at a time, I had to repeat. Just like Lord Shiva is saying here. Stay tuned to part 2. We will hear this mantra Lord Shiva instructs the Prachetas. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra, please.